I'm at the Bluegrass Bar here in Hermosa. We have a little jam session going on. There's this cute girl that plays the violin. And I just found out something I'm going to do a blog on later, that the traditional Costa Rican beer, which is called Imperial, it's a racist beer. And it's created by Nazis. So I'm going to do a whole blog on that. Very interesting. I'm really happy today because I bought a tennis racket that's electrified. So I had a great sleep last night with no mosquitoes bothering me. I looked like a little bit of a maniac going around my apartment, swinging this tennis racket, trying to kill all the mosquitoes, but it worked. So I'm going to do another vlog on that. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to show you the river. This is a cacao plant. Little cacao plants. And I'm really gonna show you the Costa Rican life back here, baby. You ready? Here's some doggies. Check out this tree. Yeah, beauty. And there's little chickens. There's the chicken coop. This is really Costa Rican style down here, right down by the river. We got some statue lying down, another face, dogs over there, and oh my God, this guy that I work with every day, just found out that he bonks all the staff. I was always wondering why he's siding with the wrong side. Because he's bonking them. He likes crack whores. Not this crowd, but there's a whole crowd here that loves the crack whores. Pleased to meet you.
Cause I ain't had no milk, no butter since my sweet little Jersey day gone.
I just had the best meal. Look at that. See that garbage? This is an example of Costa Rican care. Oh my God. So I'm really excited to get back home and kill all those mosquitoes that I usually have to battle on my own by getting welts all over my legs. These guys. You guys. Bark at me. I have food in my teeth. I had one beer and I feel wasted. And I feel so full. I had that one big meal and I've got a big salad with beautiful greens at home that I can have later tonight. And I want to show you my tennis racket. And I'm going to tell you the story later about this
fucking weirdo. There's so many weirdos here. I really should get into that. Anyways, fridge on the side of the street. Yay, I'm home. Look at my palm, traveling palm. Let's find my doggy. Badgies! Look at the doggy. Badgies! You little love muffin. Babies! 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 So, in thinking about Faith and the news that she gave me about the Imperial beer, I'm just going to wait on all that information until I can actually go to Picture Village and take a picture of these facades and landscapes and buildings that apparently have all this neo-Nazi scripture from that's still in place that they're apparently tearing down. So I would do some research and kind of make a more interesting video about it if I get to go to that place. So screw that. If you want Imperial beer, have it. Just don't have it in front of Faith. The other thing is this. I can't say anything more about how amazing it is. And if it wasn't just like a stupid thing made in China and with no brand name, I can't like be the new spokesperson for this wonderful product that simply doesn't even need batteries. Simply plug it into the wall. All things should just be plugged into the wall. Screw batteries. Okay, and then you just turn it on, this little light comes, and I am ready to kill the insects, and it works. It works like a charm. So, super stoked about it. Anyways, love it. Just wanted to let you know that's what's going on with those two things. Plus, I've been working on another painting, so it's kind of a rendition of a painting that I saw, and I thought it was really neat, and George is always looking for more fish paintings, so I thought this might be a good fish painting. I've added a little green, it's mostly blue and black, but I'll let you see it when that's done. The other thing that I have to do today is I printed off, next week we're going to do a 10K run, and it is for this woman named Carol who has breast cancer. So I'm making these t-shirts that say, "Let's kick cancer's ass," Carol's team, and we'll all be wearing these t-shirts when we do the 10K run. So, woo, that'll be fun. George is coming at 2 o'clock today to pick these up, so that's cool. The other thing that I have ready for George's store, is I cut last week a whole bunch of these 28 gauged galvanized stainless steel, and I forge them. So I pound them into shape, and then they are more sturdy and not so flimsy, and then I paint them and then shellac them, and they are beautiful. So I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, which I just started to put a little bend into it, so it's not as flimsy. A bunch of little ones. These are all mahi-mahi, and the reason why I'm making all these mahi-mahi is because they were the ones that sold the best. They have the best colors. They have that really nice emerald green and yellow belly with little spots, so you'll see them when they're done. It'll be like a whole bunch of mahi-mahi, and that'll be kind of neat to look at. So, also, I'm going to make some beet juice. I need to get my juicer out, and I'm not going to juice all the beets. I want to boil some beets too, so, because I really like my shit to be pink. And I also want to show you this. This is another thing that's the best thing since sliced bread. And even if I was like to rent an apartment in the city that comes with like a stove and an oven, I would almost be tempted to get rid of that thing and use the space in the kitchen for some shelving and have this on the shelf. And this goes down on the shelf, and then you bring it up when you're going to cook. And it is amazing. It never gets hot. So basically you need a magnetized pot or frying pan, and the magnetic component in the bottom of the pot actually is the thing that heats up. So this surface never actually gets hot. It's the bottom of the magnetized magnetic pot or pan. And it is amazing. Yeah, the pots and pans are more expensive than some shitty aluminum pot or pan, but it's nicer to cook with better pots and pans. And this is such a pleasure. It doesn't have to heat up. So normally an element, this would have to take some time to heat up, and then the heat has to transfer into the metal of the pot or the pan. This way, as soon as you turn it on, the pot's hot. It's amazing. It basically takes no time for the metal of the pot to heat up because there's no heat transfer between these two items. So, I'm going to cook some beets. I'll show you my juicer in a second, make some beet and carrot juice, and get on with my day of pressing those shirts. This is kind of like my first vlog. I wish I had like a real vlogging camera where I could be like, oh my god, I look so pretty, look at myself, woo woo! Which would be handy, you know, it would be handy to be able to look at myself. But this way, only you get to look at me. Ah! But this way, only you get to look at me. Oh, Patches. Patches is on the floor. Patches wants to be in the picture. Okay, Patches. Patches, the Wonder Dog. Woo! Patches. Patches, Patches, Wonder Dog. Patches, Patches, Wonder Dog. Patches, Patches, Wonder Dog. I have a little mirror up here so I can kind of pretend that it's the camera. So I can see if Patches is in the picture. Woo! Alright. Here I go. Okay, really, that was a terrible idea. I now have like dog hair all over me. So, I need to clean up the dog hair and get my beets out and get them. Okay, so we're ready to go, and this is my juicer. Now, if I had, here, let's bring this up for a second. If I had my preference, it would be one of those juicers that have the press that comes down, and it's like this slower press. That would be my preference. But this is pretty darn good. This is like $120, well worth the price. I bought it like 5 years ago. It works like a charm. It's a little bit harder to clean up than the Vitamix, but this is one of my favorite appliances. The Vitamix is one of my favorite, and then this is one of my favorite. I'm actually cooking some beets behind here too on the hot plate that I showed you. So I'm going to go ahead and do these carrots and these beets. And I will be back because it's so yummy. Okay, very nice, very nice. This is, I don't have a glass, I use cups for everything, so they're plastic and you can't see the lovely color. So this is just a little carrot, really. But I wanted to drink it, so. Ooh. So there's a few carrots in me. This is called the Breville Juice Fountain Elite, in case you're wondering. It's lovely. I really appreciate it. So here is my beet juice. This is 2 beets. So that's a lot of juice for 2 beets. And I usually mix my beet juice with carrot or something. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just like to drink it like this. You know what? Ah! My mirror shows me this. I look like the Joker. You know what? This beet juice, you'd think that it was like really, really strong, but it's actually sweeter than the carrot juice. Can you believe that? I hope I don't get it on myself. Oh my goodness. Watch this. Okay, I'll do it again. Do it again! I think I look like the beet Joker. Anyways, I could probably drink this whole thing right now. There's like 2 beets. I'm gonna drink 2 beets worth of beet juice. Bum-ba-dum. Well, maybe I can't drink all of it. Well, I probably could. But watch this. I kind of like it. What happens if I do this? No, don't do that, Melania. I was gonna make blush, but probably a bad idea. Okay, next. Oh, I almost spilled it on me. What does the Joker say? Here's Johnny. No. You're the... No. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. No. What'd you talk about, Willis? No. Oh my God. I can't drink it all. I gotta save some. Oh my God, I just have to say this one last thing. You know what I look like? I look like Jenny McDermott. I know that's such an insult to myself. It's true. But look. Jenny McDermott, right? Oh, scary. More scary than the Joker. Yay, Georgia should be coming soon. I finished the shirt. This is my t-shirt press. Yeah, baby. And I like to make a lot of fun stuff on that. So this is what I did. Doo-doo-doo. So that's the size small. They all turned out a little different. This is with a more plasticky kind of a print. And so it might not be as cool. And this one kind of turned out a little old-fashioned looking. But anyways, so that should be good. We're doing our 10K run in those. And this is going to cool down now. So I need to say, you know, after I drank that big, I don't know, maybe it's because I said Jenny McDermott, but after I drank that big glass of beet juice, I started to feel like weird in the tummy, a little bit nauseous. It never happened to me before. And I literally puked it all up. It was horrible. It was like, it looked like I was puking up blood. Like, yuck. And I was thinking, it would be really cool. I should have videotaped that. And I don't know. You want to see that? Anyway, so I just took like a little rest. I had like mascara all over me because like puking. Anyways, these are done. I'm waiting for Georgia. And yeah. So, see you later. Well, I don't really know how to wrap this thing up. In fact, I should have done it like 10 minutes ago because it was like 25 bright red scarlet macaws that flew by all at once, and it was really cool with these beautiful sparks of electric blue within their wings. It's just gorgeous. But anyways, and I also was going to do a reading today, but I want to like have better lighting and some makeup and be like dishonest like my mom said. So that I'll try to do tomorrow morning if I have some time after my appointment or after work. But I kind of wanted to wrap this up. I wanted to tell my Marcy story that I told on the Trolls channel. And I also kind of want to deal with this stalker troll too. So this whole thing about Marcy is about loyalty. So I have like a really small viewership, and I like it. It's quaint. And I like the people in my viewership. So I think it's interesting. There's a great dynamics, but there's like this really horrible, the other stalker woman called it a black spot in the sun. I think that's good. It's like this, this thing that all of a sudden brings a bad feeling. So unity is really important. So again, I've tried to be really nice, give him the benefit of the doubt. He came in like a creep, but I thought, okay, I need to second guess this situation. Not. Your instincts are correct. I have erased some comments. I'm not blocking him because he'll just come in another name, like that other girl said. At least I know where he is, who he is. And when he makes comments, they're pretty creepy, so pretty much everybody can assess that by reading it themselves. Anyways, so unity, if you want to be chitty chatty with him and let him know that it's okay to make comments on my channel, then I might end up just blocking you. Hola! So I'm not going to feel so comfortable around you if you're making him feel comfortable. It's kind of like the Marcy thing. So I have this friend named Marcy. You've seen her in other videos. I love her to bits. As a person, as a flaky person, I think she's a wonderful, meaning good. But like some ideologies where you enter an ideology and you think you mean good, but your actions are not good. If you're a Christian and you've never read the Bible, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about. She's basically, there's this guy that she had sex with when she first moved here. He's from the neighborhood and he steals from people and he's a scammer. You know, the women scammers, they'll hook, and the men scammers, well, when you have poverty, you need to do what you need to do, right? So gringos are a way to make money, and he speaks good English, so he's always on the take. He found Marcy when she first moved here. He romanced her. She was quite ready to have a romance, cougar type, and took him in, and she got, her camera got stolen, her phone got stolen, her bike got stolen, her house got broken into, and so yeah, it was him. So she ended up not speaking to him anymore. I've always known him to be like this. There's lots of people around here like that. But because I'm her friend and I show unity with her, when we walk past him, I don't be like, hey, Carlos, how are you? You look great, blah, blah, blah. No, because that'll make her uncomfortable. So we just keep walking. If she wasn't there, I'd probably be friendly with him. Just, cordially. But I ignore him. So a situation happened. We were at the park and this guy named Eric decided out of nowhere that he doesn't like me, and he had his dogs off the leash that went to attack my dog. I put my foot out to stop the dog. He freaks out. So he's not really concerned about his dog. He's more concerned about telling me off. So he starts to describe ways that he wants to kill me, how he wants to strangle me and turn my face purple and my veins pop out of my head and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it was just went on and on and on. And she witnesses, her jaw just dropped to the ground. She's like, wow. All I did was stare at the ground and try to keep the dog safe. And that's the whole point of what was happening. So I just needed to ignore him. But she saw the whole thing. So last week, we're at the park and he walks by and she's like, hey, Eric, how are you? Your dogs are great. I love Matthias, blah, blah, blah. Right in front of me while I'm trying to tell her about this horrible situation that I actually had with my mother. So I kind of really wanted her attention. But she just interrupted me and did it. So afterwards, I'm like, that wasn't very nice, Marcy. And she's like, well, I don't want to pick sides. Oh, well, it's not about picking sides because I wouldn't do that to you with Carlos, so I kind of expect the same respect. In the same way when the stalker came, I called her, he's coming next week, and called her that, oh, he's going to be here today, and called her, she's like, oh yeah, 3 o'clock, perfect, I'll be there, I'll walk through the park, and I'll check him out, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's in the park now, the kids just came and told me he's in the park, and she's like, oh, I'm busy, I'm nowhere to be seen. So that was a big lead up to a big nothing. I kind of thought she was my friend. She might be there because this stalker has come from California to fucking see me. And she disappears. So that's not really showing unity or friendship in the same way as giving him approval and acknowledgement right in front of me is basically saying it's okay that you act like this to Lelania. In the same way that if I'm really friendly to Carlos in front of her, I'm saying to Carlos, it's fine that you did what you did to her. So to me, friendship and loyalty is really important. I came to YouTube to look for some logical people, and I found them, but I also found this weirdo. So how do we get rid of him? How can you help me get rid of him? There's a correctional officer, East Texas Survival, who had chatted with him a little bit. I just erased a comment from the stalker to him. So, you know, in real life, if he was coming to my door and leaving me messages and leaving messages to my friends about me and doing this, you would, in a town, you would go to the police and say, this guy's stalking me, and you get a restraining order. Well, you can't do that online. So how can we unify as good people, because there's more of us out there, and let the people know that when I say, please go away, I don't like you, I don't want to be anywhere near you, reasonably, a normal person would leave. Like if somebody said, Elenia, I don't like you, stay away from me, I'd be like, okay, you're an asshole, you're a bitch, I'm gone. Too bad he hasn't done that with me, and he still has this really icky way of talking that's not friendly. So it's like he's naive and stupid. He doesn't realize that the way he's talking is not making friends, yet his vocabulary is like, oh, I'm just being friendly. No, you're not. So anyways, that's about loyalty. Super important to me. Means the world. I love those of you that are loyal to the ones that you love, because it shows great courage in a crazy world. So I love you.